Okay, on next chapter is MOD, method of differentiation. Okay, now for any function y equals to fx, dy by dx can represent differentiation of y with respect to x. Physical meaning of derivative is rate of change of y with respect to x, and geometrical meaning it can represent a slope or it represent a slope of tangent at any point, okay, to the curve. So for any function y equals to fx, dy by dx means you can read this one as differentiation of y with respect to x. Actually this is the rate of differentiation dx, okay. D for this is the symbol of differentiation of y with respect to x. Dx is the rate of differentiation, okay, with respect to x. So you can read this one as differentiation of y with respect to x, okay. Or physical meaning of dy by dx is this represent rate of change of y with respect to x, okay. You can read this one also as rate of change of y with respect to x. And geometrical meaning of dy by dx represents slope of tangent at any point to the curve, okay. Slope of tangent at any point to the curve y equals to fx, okay. So it represents slope of tangent, it represents rate of change of y with respect to x, and this is the differentiation of y with respect to x. Dy by dx can be written as f dash x or y dash or y1 or derivative of y, okay. These all has same meaning. You write f dash x or y dash or y1 or derivative of y, both these all are same thing, okay. Now we have to remember the some fundamental formulas for differentiation, okay. First one, d by dx of x power n, differentiation of x power n with respect to x, that is equals to nx power n minus 1, okay, where n belongs to R and x is greater than 0, okay. X is any variable. Second one, d by dx of root x, differentiation of root x is 1 by 2 root x. Actually I am getting the differentiation of root x by using this formula x power, and differentiation of x power n is n x power n minus 1. Now that is simple. Now root x can be written as x power 1 by 2. Now this is x power n form, okay. X power n form, n is any real number, this must be constant, remember na, x power x. If you have x power x, then you can't use this formula because this is formula for x power n, where n is any real constant, okay, and x is not a constant. So you can't use x power n formula for x power function, okay. You can use only for x power any real number, so it means constant. So if you use the formula x power n, what is the formula? N is 1 by 2, x power n minus 1, this one minus 1 is minus 1 by 2, x power minus 1 by 2 can be written as 1 by x power 1 by 2, and x power 1 by 2 is root x. So what we are getting? 1 by 2 root x, remember this one. Third one, d by dx of 1 by x, also remember this one, this is also same. By using this formula 1 by x, it means x power minus 1, differentiation of x power minus 1 by using the formula x power n is minus 1, okay, in multiplication n x power n minus 1. So minus 1 x power minus 1 is minus 2. So minus 1 x power minus 2, x power minus 2 in denominator can be written as x square. So what you will get? 1 by x square, okay. Third one, differentiation of e power x, okay. Differentiation of e power x with respect to x, here dx is the rate of differentiation. If you want to differentiate with respect to t, then there must be dt, okay. So see, Differentiation of e power x with respect to x is e power x. Remember that e power x exponential is the function whose differentiation and integration both are equal to e power x. Okay, same. This is fourth one. And fifth one, differentiation of a power x at the place of e power x. If you have any other exponential a power x, a is any constant like 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, then differentiation of this one is a power x into log e a, okay, where a must be greater than 0. Okay, a power x into log e a. It was same a power x but also multiply with log e a. E is Napier constant 2.71 approx value and a is any positive value. Okay, sixth one, differentiation of log x with respect to x. Here log x base is not written, it means e, okay na, log e x or ln x. So differentiation of this one is 1 by x. Okay, first write down these. Can I have this part? Okay na, so 6 formulas are over na. Okay, see, seventh one, d by dx of, this is for log e x, when base is e then differentiation is 1 by x, okay, where again logarithm is defined, so x must be positive, and differentiation of log a x, if base is not equals to e then differentiation is 1 by x into log e a. It means multiply x with log e a. Same in this one, if base is not e then multiply a power x with log e a. If base is not e then multiply x with log e a. So 1 by x into log e a. Okay. 8th one, d by dx of sin x. Now differentiation of trigonometric function. Differentiation of sin x is cos x. Okay. 9th one, d by dx of cos x. Differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. We all know. 10th one, d by dx of tan x. Differentiation of tan x is sec square x. 11th, d by dx of cot x. Differentiation of cot x is minus cosec square x. Okay. d by dx of sec x, that is equal to sec x into tan x. Okay, and 13, d by dx of cosec x. Differentiation of cosec x is minus cosec x into cot x. Okay, now what you have to remember? You have to remember one thing, that in trigonometric function which is start from c, okay na, cos, cot and cosec has minus in differentiation. Okay, so remember these all. And last one, differentiation of any constant is equals to 0. Okay na. 14th, d by dx of constant, any constant is equals to 0. Okay, d by dx constant equals to 0. 1 minute, why differentiation of constant equals to 0? Because differentiation represent rate of change, and if there is constant function then there is no rate of change, then rate of change is 0 na. Okay. See, x axis, y axis, any function y equals to k. Now this is the constant, or y equals to 3. Now rate of change of y with respect to x. Now change x, if you take x equals to 0 then value of y is 3. If you take x equals to 1 then value of y is 3. If you take x equals to 2 then value of y is 3. It means with respect to x there is no change in y. If there is no change in y then rate of change is 0. Okay. dy by dx represents rate of change of y with respect to x, but there if you are taking any change in x there is no change in y, so rate of change is 0. And also by using geometrical meaning is slope of tangent. Now take any point on this curve. Okay, suppose this one. Now find slope of tangent. If you draw the tangent at this point, then what you will get? A line parallel to x axis. Then slope of tangent is 0. Then derivative is 0. Okay, simple. Okay, write down. Okay, can I have? Okay, so formulas are complete now. Now theorems on differentiability or derivability for differentiation. So theorems. Okay, theorems for differentiation. First one, if you want to differentiate any function f(x), okay, and there is a constant in multiplication. Okay, 1 minute. For simplification, let u and v, okay, these are function of x. Okay, suppose u and v both are function of x. If I take w also, then that is also function of x. So if you want to differentiate k into any function of x, suppose u is any function and k is constant, and you want to differentiate this one, then you can write the constant outside from differentiation. Okay, so just write the constant outside and differentiate u. So du by dx. Okay, simple. This is the theorem. Doesn't ask for don't ask for proof. Now d by dx of u plus v. If you want to differentiate sum of two function of x, okay, then no problem. Just take d by dx with u and v both. Okay, it means differentiate u at the place of u, du by dx. If plus, then plus. Then differentiation of v, dv by dx. Okay, it means simultaneously you can differentiate both. If there is minus, then minus also. Okay, but 1 minute. If you want to differentiate u into v, then you can't differentiate two functions at a time if they are in product. Okay, if they are in product, then you can differentiate only one function at a time, at one time. Okay, so if you want to differentiate product of two functions, then remember one thing, that at one time we can differentiate only one function. Okay, so suppose first I want to differentiate u. If you want to differentiate u, then at that time v is v act as a constant, or v is like a constant. So if v is like a constant, then first write v outside, because I can write constant outside from the differentiation, and differentiate u. Then what you will get? Du by dx. Du by dx is differentiation of u with respect to x. Okay, now next plus. Now this is the differentiation of u is, or at a time you can differentiate only one function. Now next we will differentiate v. When you are differentiating v, then u act as a constant. Then if u is a constant, then write constant outside and differentiate v, dv by dx. And similarly, suppose if you have more than two functions, then same process. Okay, suppose if you want to differentiate d by dx of u into v into w, these all three are function of x, then at a time you can differentiate only one function. First differentiate u. If you want to differentiate, first if you are differentiating u, then v and w both become constant. Okay, then write both outside, v and w outside, and differentiate u, then du by dx. Okay, now next differentiate v. When you are differentiating v, then u and w both act as a constant. So outside u into w. Okay, and differentiation of v is dv by dx. Okay, next we will differentiate w finally, then u and v both as constant. So u into v dw by dx. Okay, like this one. And finally, if you have division of two function u by v, now differentiation of u by v, that is simple. Just remember a formula. Okay, to differentiate u by v, in denominator write differentiation, square of denominator, v square. In denominator what we have? Square of denominator. Now what we have in numerator? Numerator is simple. First write denominator v into differentiation of numerator, du by dx, then minus, remember minus, now numerator into differentiation of denominator. Okay, simple. This is the formula. Okay, na? And remember this one. Now remember that in numerator we have first differentiation of numerator. In first one we have du by dx, na, differentiation of numerator, and differentiation of v in second term. Okay, so here differentiation of first into, it means differentiation of numerator into denominator, minus differentiation of denominator into numerator, and in denominator what we have? Square of denominator. Okay, so these are the theorem. Now last, chain rule. Now actually chain rule is applicable, or we will apply the chain rule for composite function. Okay, if you have sine of cos x, then to differentiate this one we have to use chain rule. Okay, now how to differentiate? See, let y is a composite function f of gx, and you want to find dy by dx. It means you want to differentiate y with respect to x. So differentiate this one. Now actually now, if you have fx, then differentiation of fx is f dash x, but directly we didn't know the differentiation of f of gx. Okay, then no problem. See how to differentiate. If you consider this one as x, if you consider of, or if you assume this one as x, then what this become? This become fx. Okay, so and differentiation of fx is f dash x. Okay, so I am assuming this one as x, then this become fx. Differentiation of fx is f dash x. At the place of x we have to put assuming x, gx. Okay, so what we are doing, we are assuming this one as x, then fx. Differentiation of fx is f dash x. At the place of x put assuming x. Now again we are assuming this one as x, but this is not x now, so again differentiate this one. Okay, now differentiate assuming x and multiply with this one. So we are assuming this one as x, gx, and then differentiate gx is, that is z dash x, then multiply with differentiation of assuming x. Okay, when we are differentiating this one, we are not assuming anything as x now. Okay, so there is no need to multiply further. Okay, or you can also write the chain rule in this form. Suppose dy by dx, you want to differentiate y with respect to x, but y is directly not a function of x. If y is not a function of x, then how can we differentiate y with respect to x directly? Okay, suppose y is a function of t and t is the function of x. Okay, then you can write dy by dx as, if y is the function of t, then first differentiate y with respect to t. Okay, then dy by dt. Okay, but you want dy by dx, dy by dt, y is a function of t. Okay, let y is a function of t and t is a function of x, so gx. Now dy by dt. Okay, but we want value as dy by dx. Okay, now differentiate t with respect to x, dt by dx. Now see, now dt cancel out, what we are getting? Dy by dx. So this is equal to dy by dx. Here y is a function of t and then t is a function of x, and what do you want? We want finally differentiation of y with respect to x. So first I am differentiating this one with respect to t, then we are differentiating t with respect to x. Okay, you can also write this one up to 3 or 4 terms. Suppose y is a function of t, t is a function of z, and z is a function of x. Then how to find dy by dx? First differentiate y with respect to t, then t with respect to z, and finally z with respect to x. Okay, if I take any example, let y equals to sine of or log of sine of or cos of sine x, cos of sine x. Suppose now this is the composite function f of g of hx, like this one, and you want to differentiate this one. Now to differentiate this one we have to use chain rule. Now how to use? See, differentiation of y is dy by dx. Now can you differentiate? Do you have formula for log of cos of sine x? No, we have only formula for log x. Okay, log x, cos x, sine x, like this one. Okay, so I didn't have a formula for this complete, but if I assume this one as x, then this is like log x, and we know the differentiation of log x, that is equals to 1 by x. Okay, so assume x. So to differentiate this one, I am assuming this one as x. Okay, I am assuming this one as x. If you differentiate, assume this one as x, then what this become? Log x. Differentiation of log x is 1 by x. But at the place of x, you have to put assuming x. Okay, na? Because we are assuming this one as x, na? So 1 by x, but at the place of x, what we have to put? Assuming x. Cos of sine x. Now again differentiate assuming x and multiply with this. Okay, so we are assuming this one as x now, so find the differentiation of this one. Now can you differentiate cos of sine x? Again no, we didn't have formula for cos of sine x, but we have formula for cos of x. Okay, So to differentiate this one, again I will assume this one as x. Now this become cos x, and differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. Differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. But at the place of x, you have to put assuming x. It means sin x. Okay. Now again see, to differentiate this complete, first I am assuming this one as x, then log x is 1 by x. Now this is the assuming x, so we have to differentiate this one. To differentiate this one, again we are assuming this one as x, then cos x is minus sin x. Now again we are assuming this one as x now, so you have to differentiate assuming x. Okay, so differentiate sin x. Differentiation of sin x is cos x. Now when we are writing cos x, we are not assuming anything as x, so now differentiation is over. Okay, so this is the differentiation. First log x 1 by x, then differentiation of cos x is minus sin x, then differentiation of sin x is cos x. Okay, in this way write down. Okay, Nairav? Okay, now we will take some questions. Differentiate the following functions. First one, y equals to x power 2 by 3 plus 7e minus 5 by x and plus 7 of 10x. Okay. Second one is y equals to x square into ln of x into e power x. And third one is y equals to ln of 10 pi by 4 plus x by 2. Okay, and fourth one is y equals to sine of x minus x cos x by x sine x and plus cos x. Okay, first we will differentiate these four, then I will write next. Now see, we want to differentiate these all functions with respect to x. Okay, differentiate following function with respect to x. Okay, so first one is y equals to x power 2 by 3 plus 7e minus 5 by x and plus 7 10x. Okay, now differentiation of y with respect to x is dy by dx. Differentiation of x power 2 by 3, this is like x power n now. Okay, so differentiation of x power n is n x power n minus 1, and it means this power 2 by 3 x power n minus 1, this one minus 1. 2 by 3 minus 1 is 2 by 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3. Okay, plus 7e. Differentiation of 7 is 7e is constant. E is constant, 7 is constant, so 7 is e is constant, so differentiation of this one is 0 minus differentiation of 5 by x. Now actually differentiation of 5 by x, here 5 is constant, so I am writing 5 outside. Okay, now what we have remaining? 1 by x, and differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. Okay, plus 7 into 10x. Differentiation of 7 into 10x, 7 is constant, and differentiation of 10x is sec square x. Okay, so this is the value of dy by dx. We can simplify this one. 2 by 3, here x power negative, if you write in denominator, this become positive, 1 by 3, and minus minus plus, that is 5 by x square and plus 7 sec square x. Okay, so this is the differentiation of first one. Now second one, y equals to x square into ln of x into e power x. Ln of x, it means log x with base e. Okay na, this is log natural x. Okay na, if base is e, then natural log. If base is 10, then common log. But in calculus part, if it is written as log x, then consider base as e, not as 10. Okay, so y equals to x square into ln of x into e power x. We want to differentiate this one. This is the product of three functions. At a time you can differentiate only one function, you know na, at a time we can differentiate only one function. Okay, so use differentiation of product function, that theorem na. So dy by dx, we want to differentiate product of three function, but at a time we can differentiate only one. So first I will differentiate this one. If you want to differentiate this one, then both as constant. So first I am writing constant as outside, ln x into e power x, and differentiation of x square is 2x. Okay, differentiation of x square is complete now. Now I will differentiate ln x. When we are differentiating ln x, then these both are like constant. So write outside x square and e power x, both are constant. Outside differentiation of ln x is 1 by x. Okay, plus. Now differentiation of this one is also complete. Now finally we will differentiate e power x, then these both are like constant, x square into ln x. Okay, now differentiation of e power x is same, e power x. Okay, here 1x cancel out. In these all I can simplify now. I can take common e power x into x, then what we have, 2 ln x, here e power x into x, then only 1 remains, and here e power x into x, then x ln x. Okay, so this is the differentiation of x square ln x into e power x. Okay, third one is y equals to ln of 10 pi by 4 plus x by 2. Okay, now you want to differentiate this one. Now again, this is not product of two functions, this is composite function. Okay na, this is completely one function. Ln of this one, this is complete only one function, but this is composite function. So how to differentiate this one? Simple. We didn't have any formula, we doesn't have any formula for ln of 10 of pi by 4 plus x by 2, obviously na, but we have formula for ln x. Okay, so for this one we have to apply chain rule. If I assume this one as x, then this become ln x, and I can differentiate ln x. Differentiation of ln x is 1 by x. So use, see, first I am assuming this one as x, this complete as x, then ln x, differentiation is 1 by x. At the place of x put assuming x, it means this is the x na, 10 of pi by 4 plus x by 2. Okay, clear na? Ln x 1 by x, at the place of x assuming x. Now again differentiate assuming x. This is the assuming x, and we want to differentiate this one. We want to differentiate 10 of pi by 4 plus x by 2. 10 of pi by 4 plus x by 2. Now do you have the formula for 10 of pi by 4 plus x by 2? No. We have formula for 10x, not for 10 of pi by 4 plus x by 2. Okay, so again to differentiate this one, I have to assume this one as x. Okay na? If you assume this one as x, then this become 10x. Now we have formula for 10x. Differentiation of 10x is sec square x, but again at the place of x, what we have to put? Assuming x. Okay, now again we are assuming this one x na, so you have to differentiate this one. Okay, now differentiate this one and multiply derivative with this. Differentiation of pi by 4 is constant 0. Differentiation of x by 2, 1 by 2 outside, constant. Then differentiation of x is 1. Okay, by using the formula of x power n. So differentiation of x by 2 is 1 by 2. Now if you simplify this one, see, it is like simple. 1 by 10 pi by 4 plus x by 2, sec square. If you write this one in denominator, cos square pi by 4 plus x by 2 na, and this is sin by cos, 1 cos cancel out. Okay, here cos square in denominator, sin by cos, 1 cos cancel out. Then what we have remaining? Sin pi by 4 plus x by 2 into cos pi by 4 plus x by 2 into 2. This is like 2 sin a cos a form. 2 sin a cos a form, and that can be written as sine 2 theta. So if you simplify this one, then you will get 1 by sine 2 theta. 2 theta it means twice of this one. Okay now, just write this one as 1 by cos square, sine by cos, cos cancel out, then 2 sine theta, cos theta, sine 2 theta. 2 theta is pi by 2. We are multiplying this one with 2. Okay, plus x. Sine pi by 2 plus x is cos x. Okay, this is cos x, and 1 by cos x is sec x. Okay, so this is the answer for this one, sec x. Okay, first, second, third is over. Now fourth one. Can I have first, second, third? Okay, now write down. Okay, fourth one we want to differentiate this one. Okay now. So this is u by v form, function by function now, so we have to use the rule u by v. Okay, so differentiation of y is dy by dx. Okay, how to differentiate u by v? In denominator, first write the square of denominator. So x sine x plus cos x whole square. Now in numerator is simple. First write denominator x sine x plus cos x into differentiation of numerator. So differentiation of this one. Differentiation of sine x is cos x minus differentiation of x cos x. Okay, this is the product of two functions. Differentiation of numerator, now differentiation of sine x is cos x, now minus, at the place of minus I am writing minus. Now differentiation of x cos x, this is the product of two functions. At a time I can differentiate only one. So first I am differentiating x, then cos x as constant and differentiation of x is 1, plus now x is constant, differentiation of cos x is minus sine x, then minus sine x. Okay, so this is the denominator, differentiation of numerator, then minus numerator into differentiation of denominator. Okay, here can I simply write this one as, see, cos x cancel out. Okay na, and minus plus, so directly can I write this one as x sine x. Okay na, because here I have to write numerator and differentiation of denominator. So I am directly writing differentiation of numerator as x sine x. If you differentiate, then you will get, now minus numerator is sine x minus x cos x into differentiation of denominator. Now if you differentiate this one, see, product of two function, x constant, differentiation of sine x is cos x, then sine x constant, differentiation of x is 1. Okay, 1 into this one is remains same. Differentiation of cos x is minus sine x. Okay, cancel out. After simplification, what you will get? Differentiation of denominator is x cos x. Okay, now simplify. In denominator we have x sine x plus cos x whole square, and in numerator this is x square sine square x. Okay, and minus plus x square cos square x. Okay, so x square sine square x plus x square cos square x, x square take common, then sine square plus cos square is 1. So first thing is x square, this is over and this one is also over. Then x sine x cos x, x sine x cos x with the minus sign cancel out, so only x square remains. Okay, so this is the value of dy by dx. Fourth one is done. Okay, write down. Can I have now fifth one is y equals to tan of tan inverse root over 1 minus cos x by 1 plus cos x. Okay, and here it is given that x is greater than 0 but less than pi. Okay, and we want differentiation of this one. So 1 minute, directly we can differentiate but it goes lengthy, so first simplify this one. Okay, how to simplify? Tan of tan inverse. Now 1 minus cos x can be written as 2 sine square x by 2. 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2 and 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. We have formula na. Okay. 2 cancel out. Sin square by cos square, tan square. Root over tan square is tan x by 2. Okay. So y equals to tan of tan inverse root over tan square x by 2 is tan x by 2. Okay. Now can you cancel out tan inverse to tan? 1 minute. If you cancel out, what you will get? X by 2, and this x by 2 is the value of tan inverse, and we know that range of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay. So first you have to find the range of x by 2. If x by 2 is in range of tan inverse, then you can cancel out. If x by 2 not in range of tan inverse, then we have to apply the formula for tan inverse of tan x. Okay. So value of x is 0 to pi, then value of x by 2 is 0 to pi by 2. Okay. Now tan inverse, range of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, and these all value lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So you can cancel out. So y equals to tan of x by 2. Okay. Now suppose if this x by 2 is from pi by 2 to pi, then what you will get? Then tan inverse tan x is x minus n pi. Formula of this one na. Then tan inverse tan x by 2 you will get as x by 2 minus pi. If this x by 2 from pi by 2 to pi, then okay. Now you want differentiation of this one. Can you differentiate tan x by 2? No, we can differentiate tan x. We have formula for tan x. Differentiation of tan x is sec square x. So simple, assume this one as x. So dy by dx is equals to, I am assuming this one as x, this become tan x. Differentiation of tan x is sec square x at the place of x, assuming x. Now again we are assuming this one as x, so you have to differentiate this one, and differentiation of x by 2 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 constant, 2 is constant now, differentiation of x is 1, so multiply with 1 by 2. Okay. So differentiation is 1 by 2 into sec square x by 2. Write down. Okay. Okay. 6th one. We have y equals to log of x. Okay. Differentiate this. Now this is simple. I can't differentiate log x directly, but we have differentiation of log x. Okay. So first I am assuming this one as x. Now see, differentiation of y is dy by dx. If you assume this one as x, this become log x. Differentiation of log x is 1 by x. At the place of x, what we have to put? Assuming x, log of log x. Now differentiate assuming x. It means I have to differentiate this one. Okay, and multiply with this. So again we didn't know the derivative of log x, but we can differentiate log x. So now assume this one as x. If you assume this one as x, then log x, differentiation of log x is 1 by x, at the place of x, assuming x. Now again differentiate assuming x, derivative of log x is 1 by x. Okay. So this is the complete differentiation of log x. Okay, write down. Okay, can I ref? Okay, right, next question. If fx is equals to 2 of ln x minus 2 minus x square plus 4x plus 1, then find the solution set of the inequality f dash x greater than equals to 0. Okay. Okay, try this one. Fx is given, then find the solution set of the inequality f dash x greater than equals to 0. Simple, first find f dash x, then put f dash x greater than equals to 0 and find the value of x. Okay, try, pause and try. Okay. Okay, now see, here view fx is equals to, answer is open 2 to 3. Okay na? Yeah, open 2 to close 3. 2 ln of x minus 2 minus x square plus 4x plus 1. Here we want solution of f dash x greater than equals to 0. So first find f dash x, differentiation of fx with respect to x. 2 is constant, Do you have differentiation of ln x minus 2? Now we have differentiation of ln x, that is 1 by x. So I am assuming this one as x, then ln x, differentiation of ln x is 1 by x. X is x minus 2. Now again differentiate assuming x. Differentiation of x minus 2. Differentiation of x is 1 and 2 is 0. So 1 into 1. Okay, now there is no need to multiply 1 because 1 into anything is same now. Differentiation of x square is 2x. Differentiation of 4x is 4. 4 is constant. Differentiation of x is 1. Differentiation of 1 is 0. Okay. Now this is the f dash x. Now what do you want? We want solution set of f dash x greater than equals to 0. Put value of f dash x. 2 by x minus 2. In these two I can take common minus 2. Then what we are getting? X minus 2 greater than equals to 0. Okay. Take LCM x minus 2. Then what we are getting? Can I take this 2 common and goes to 0? 2, okay, I am taking common 2, 2 goes to 0, then 1 minus x minus 2 into x minus 2 is x minus 2 square, okay, greater than equals to 0. Now if you solve this one, what you will get? You will get that x square minus 4x plus 4, okay, then with minus x square minus 4x into minus plus 4x plus 4 minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3 by x minus 2, okay, greater than equals to 0. You want to solve this one, I am taking common minus and multiply with minus, then this become x square minus 4x plus 3 by x minus 2. We are taking common minus goes to 0, then we have to change the sign of inequality, okay. Now I want to solve this one. So factorize this one, x square minus 4x plus 3. Okay, what is the factorization? X minus 1, x minus 3. Okay, by x minus 2 less than equals to 0. Now indicate on number line. This is the way of solving now. If you put this one equals to 0, what we are getting? 1. If you put this one equals to 0, 2. If you put this one equals to 0, what we are getting? 3. Okay. So now put any value of x greater than 3, then value of this one is positive plus sign, okay. 3 because of this one power is 1, change the sign, minus 2 because of this one power is 1, change the sign, plus 1 because of this one power is odd, so change the sign. If power is odd, then change the sign. If power is even, then sign remains same. Suppose now if there is x minus 2 square, then power of x minus 2 is even, and this is because of this one even, then minus, then this become minus, okay. It means if power is even, then sign remains same. If power is odd, then change the sign. Now we have less than equals to 0, so we have to take with negative sign. Answer is with negative sign. But 1 minute, in fx function is ln x minus 2. If there is ln x minus 2, then x minus 2 logarithm. Answer is the next thing. First function must be defined, and logarithm is only defined for positive x. So x minus 2 must be greater than 0. So you can't take value of x less than 2. Okay. Now x belongs to, we can't take this interval, okay, because for this interval x minus 2 is negative. If you put 1, then 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So we can't take now. Here we have less than equals to 0. So we have two interval, this one union this one, but we can't take this one. Okay, so here see I am writing where I have to write, okay, this x minus 2 must be greater than 0, x must be greater than 2. So you can't take these values. So x belongs to 2, 3. 2 is open, 3 is closed because of this equality. And if you take x equals to 3, this becomes 0, 0 less than equals to 0, satisfying. Okay. Why we are not taking this one? Because x minus 2 must be greater than 0, x must be greater than 2. Okay, write down. Okay, this is complete now. Okay, remaining we will take in next class. This chapter will take 4 or 5 lectures. Okay, approx 5 lecture.